other way. There we go. Okay. I was thrown off because
that even funnier, Simon. You were going the right way, and then you went the wrong way.
Oh, really?
Yes, really.
Oh.
Ripperoonie. Welcome back to Nerdmageddon Dungeons and Dragons edition, where most of us make terrible life choices, and then Simon deals with the consequences.
You guys end up dealing with them, trust
Yeah,
me.
we deal with the consequences. Simon decides the consequences. Let's get this right.
Same thing.
Right, Alfred?
Not that I could re-roll that one, and therefore lost my arm. So
That's a good way to do it, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, we left off with you guys got the blessing from
The governor.
Governor. Thank you. Oh man, sorry.
The cute dragon, Kenzi.
He's just gonna
Okay,
hang
that should
out
be good.
here.
Guys, let's get Pet Dragon.
Ooh.
I've had a pet dragon twice. It's not as much fun as you think it is.
There you go. We'll stick Alfred in here for now.
But you
He
guys
won't
got the
stand on my
blessing.
shoulder.
You guys got the blessing of the governor, and you've returned back to Wesley's Tavern.
Mm-hmm.
And now that two of you know, three actually, technically, which is including Fleur, three of you know about the goings-on of the senator. You can do with that information as you wish.
Goings-ons of the senator.
You don't need to know.
I'd like to know.
I'm currently just sitting on a table, just like admiring my arm and like tapping my fingers on it and enjoying the metallic sound it makes. So.
You like your new arm?
Wait, is it you saying that, Kenzi, or is Lily saying that?
I mean, I kind of am a mixture of Lily and Lily, so.
Yes, I like having it. Yeah, Jensen's just enjoying the arm. So.
I'm glad we were able to whip you up a new arm.
Yeah. I'm glad I didn't have to fight with only one. That would have been awkward.
So,
Didn't have to fight with one. Would have been entertaining.
Yeah.
Mm,
That would make a great punchline.
when your weapons are your fists. It's not it's not entertaining.
so what else has been going on?
Fleur.
Punched a demon.
Oh yeah, you stayed behind with Fleur. I forgot that. That was your.
Yeah.
No, Fleur was with you guys
Fleur
in
was
the.
with us.
Right, he ran out.
He ran out to see what was going on.
What the heck, Lily? You let him get out?
Well, it's more like I stayed back with like Wesley
Wesley.
to help him build the arm.
Yeah.
He was doing you a favor.
But Fleur pipes in. He's just like, the senator has a child trafficking ring.
Yes.
He does.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
And I'm also pretty sure he has that affair with the governor. It was getting pretty serious.
A child trafficking ring.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Gwen and I are gonna plan to take him down.
I'm in.
To help.
Fleur is just kind of like, I assumed I'd be there, so.
Do I know any connections on the inside that can help us?
On the
Dia.
inside of the ring?
No, like on the
People
to
who-
God.
help us
government.
take him down. To help us
Really,
take him
dude?
down.
As far as you know, the whole time you've been here, you haven't heard anything about your family or the family that helped raise you.
What happened to them?
I don't know.
What indeed. So how are we gonna go about doing this? I mean,
Oh, I was planning on just sneaking into his house and slitting his throat.
Yes, but then he dies essentially a hero of the city. He becomes a
Hey,
martyr.
I have a question. How do we figure this out? How did you guys figure it out?
I heard from Gwen.
Gwen lived it, says Fleur.
Oh.
That sounds worse than it was, but yeah.
Yeah, apparently the senator was like big time gangster for a while.
He still is. No one can go clean, especially if they go into politics.
So, okay, so this, just because I'm getting slightly confused, the senator is the elf with the short hair that I've been given lip to.
No.
No.
He's the one
Oh.
he's the one with like the bobbed curly hair.
The one that I tried to keep Gwen from killing
Yes.
at first and telling her we can get back at him later.
You didn't know he was a senator at the
Okay.
time.
So that's the senator, and then the governor is the short hair.
Yeah, governor's the
We've all
buzzkill.
been giving him lip. No Fleur, for not having ears, you hear an awful lot of things.
Who says that I don't have ears?
He means you don't have like the little
Speaking of-
cartilage things filled with skin on the outside of them. Like you
Thank
still
you.
technically have ears, but you don't have like the physical like ear.
Earpieces.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm not a weakling. Why would I have ears? Who needs skin?
You know,
that stuff's
The rest
gross.
of us. The rest of us need skin, Fleur.
except Corbett's new arm, or except Jacoby's new arm.
Not
Jensen.
Jacoby.
Those are wrong words.
Jensen.
Kobe. Jensen's new arm.
That character's dead too.
Oh, no, because he showed up on the boat.
I wasn't there for that. It doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Different campaign.
Skin. That'd be really creepy if it did. Thank God.
Anyway, Gwen. I
Mhm.
think we need to destroy his reputation before.
It's better to destroy the man and everything he stands for than just straight up kill him, because then he doesn't suffer for it. He's just dead.
Also, if you're thinking he's still not completely wiped his hands of this, then there's still kids needing some help. And we could help them. And they could help overtake the city and
Okay.
start a riot.
Okay, Laughter, we're not riding against the governor in the city. We're just going to deal with the senator, okay? Not involving the governor.
Why can't we just take over the government?
Because we don't need to do that. The only reason we'd involve the governor with the senator is if they are involved together, which I think they are.
Wesley chimes in,
I feel
and
like you're worried about how focused you are on their secret love affair.
I gotta
Yes, Wesley.
Wesley chimes
Anything to
in.
share about your time in prison?
No, but you'd be surprised how many wardens are.
All right, pretties.
Um,
You're both beautiful. Wesley, you were saying.
Yeah, so it sounds like you guys are needing to get your hands on a ledger or tracking documents
Would
or shipping documents.
you have to know where we could find such things?
Well, you could always just go and ask the dude across the street. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I forgot his name.
The cleric?
His
ledger,
name. No,
tracking
not him.
documents or shipping documents. Okay.
I'm sorry. I forgot his name. Give me 1 second.
It happens.
Yeah, it was. There it is. Yes, his name is Marco. Marco. You can go across the street and ask Marco what the trade routes are. You can ask him for, maps, or he could possibly get you a track record of goods or services that were transported through the area.
I think it might arouse some suspicion, though, if we just go out and start asking about that type of thing.
I could send my familiar.
Well,
Actually,
the thing
guys.
is, go ahead.
Guys, it may be less suspicious if I go do it. Because of like past reasons, and it would make sense if I go.
Wesley's kind of like, you know what? That makes sense. I was going to say that, Marco has hard to find items for sale, such as relics or magical items. But, usually adventurers who come through here stop at Marco's store.
Well, why don't we do both?
True.
Sounds
At
good.
any rate, I would like to go with Lily. At any rate, I have some experience in this type of thing, so I would know what to look for.
And I like magic items, so Gwen?
Go.
Fleur's just like, I'll stay here.
Smart.
Actually, stay this time. We really appreciate you running out, but that could have ended
Uh-huh.
that. You could have been attacked by someone. So,
Yeah,
because a skeleton running around while a demon's running around, that looks bad.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Have fun, guys.
Yep. Okay, let's go.
Before we like walk out though, could I pull Wesley aside
Mm-hmm.
and ask him if he knows anything about my friend or family?
Can I eavesdrop?
I want to make sure no one hears.
Give me a sec. Did you send me your information on Facebook?
Yeah,
Okay, I have to go and open that up. Give me a second.
I could send it again over something else.
No, it's fine. I'll find it.
Okay.
I just need to. I just need to remember
names.
names. Yeah. There it is. I don't talk to many people on Facebook anyway.
I don't talk to many people in general.
Yeah.
Food.
Okay.
Ouch.
Tis is what it is.
Jesus.
It is what it
It's Sarah, Sarah.
Rindel, Rindel Sarin.
is. Yeah, Rydell Saren, or like the
Rydell
Sarens,
Yeah.
or anything about my father.
Okay. So.
No eavesdropping. I want to make sure there's no eavesdropping. Like we are not near these pools.
I ain't no dropping no eaves, sir.
The best that I can do is I will have both of you roll perceptions.
I hate you and your perceptions, Molly.
Because one of you is trying to listen in, the other one is trying to see if there's anybody listening.
What'd you roll?
24.
Oof.
A natural
What'd you roll,
20.
Kenz?
Ooh.
Unnatural
A nat
20?
20.
A
Wait.
nat 20? Natural 20 or unnatural?
Hold on. 13, 14, 15, 16,
Unnatural.
17, 18, 19, 20. 21, actually.
Okay. Either way, so Kenzi, you are almost positive that everybody else has left the bar. Molly, you're just kind of like right out of eye shot of where Kenzi can see. So you're kind of listening in. So Kenzi, what are you asking?
If he's heard of like Rydell or the Sarens.
He says, well, I mean, I've been here for a while, and I remember the names. If I remember correctly, Rydell was a regular here. He would have probably gone off to... He may have gone off to the Capitol or the Trinity Tower. One of those two places, because he was a very good soldier. So they may have, enlisted him and sent him either to protect the king, which is kind of a moot point now, but either do that or guard at the Trinity Tower to, keep portals from opening, that kind of thing. The rest of the Sarens, if I'm not mistaken, they left the valleys. I think that it started after that one guy, the whole the warlock thing happened, and I think it was a few years after that.
Do you know where they may have gone?
Well, I know that they were very tied to their Fey roots, so they may have gone back to the Feywild.
Okay.
I can keep a lookout for Rydell. If he's in or out of town, I'll make sure to notify you or the rest of your party if you want. If they're there.
Just me.
Okay. Perfectly fine.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So,
Around this time, Jensen has noticed Gwen is gone, and he sees her snooping by the door, so he sneaks up behind her and says, "What you doing?"
Gwen?
I'm torn between not reacting and slapping him.
First instinct, do it.
First instinct.
First instinct.
First
You were just
instinct is
startled.
slapping.
You're focusing on listening, and he literally snuck up behind you and intentionally spoke loudly to startle you. So
Slap it is.
Yeah, slap.
You're short. She's taller than you. Pretty easy thing. Non-lethal. She slaps you across the face.
Do I hear this?
You hear a smacking sound like there's somebody fighting outside.
you
I
just
whip around.
You don't see anybody at the door or anything, but
Oh,
you hear.
I just hear a noise. Okay.
Yeah.
probably deserved that, but you didn't answer my question.
It's none of your business.
Well, you're falling behind. Are you coming with us?
Yeah.
Okay.
I go walk
Are you
out
not
to
going
join
to the shop with us? With me?
We're all going to the shop.
Oh,
You guys are all
okay.
going
I thought for
separate.
some reason we were separating.
No,
My
no,
bad.
no.
I'm dumb.
I mean, I'm thinking
Basically,
about
he was
it,
going back to
but-
make sure that Gwen didn't do that. Because he noticed she was gone.
All right, I'm on my way out.
Okay.
You
So
walk up to me, Lily, you just see I have a big, red handprint on my face.
So who was it?
Huh? Oh.
Because I know it wasn't his other hand.
I look up from my book and be like, "Who do you think?"
I look at Gwen.
I point at laughter.
I just
just-
want to sit here and feed my birds.
I'm just gonna kind of chuckle and pass by both of them.
I ain't no snitch.
I would hope after prison.
So you guys get to the shop, and it's a very humble shop. It's pretty much, it looks like a shack. But there's a guy who's sitting out front, long black hair, sort of darker skin. It's tan, and he's wearing purple robes. Kind of a regal look. He looks very financially stable, although he has this horrible looking shack as a storefront.
Somehow I have a feeling this is not the true store.
He kind of looks up and he's just like, "No, this is." My name is Marco. I am the trader of the Golden Valleys. Most people just call me, I don't know what they call me.
Marco?
Question.
Marco.
Would I have heard of Marco before?
Roll a history check.
Can
'Cause
I-
I'm
you were-
also going to roll one.
Molly, you know who it is. You know who he is. He recognizes you because you've done runs for him.
16.
17, 18, 19, 20, 23.
Okay, so before I say anything to Corbett, your character did smuggling runs and stuff too, right?
Yeah, just a couple,
Okay.
not a whole lot, but
Okay. Okay. So you would have known him by proxy.
Mhm.
You never really made it out to the Golden Valleys for smuggling. You
Oh, yeah,
mostly
definitely.
stayed. Yeah, you mostly stayed in the plains and in the capital area, so you would get them to his benefactors to
Yeah,
take
yeah.
them to him.
But I would have heard the name down the pipeline, basically.
You would have heard. You've heard of Marco.
Okay.
Would I possibly know?
You lived here for most of your life, so you would have known Marco.
Okay.
Elves know Marco like nobody else. Like, he is the elf.
The elf.
What do I know?
So you know Marco as from a scholarly standpoint, which is not great. You know him as a more or less a cartel lord. Somebody who is known for sending in gangs to desecrate old ruins and graveyards and ancient burial grounds and stuff to grab anything of value, anything that is magical, anything described, and sell it off. So you have been told that this guy's a bad guy, but from what you can tell with your interactions, he's just a chill dude.
Mm-hmm. Well, Marco, I've heard about you. It's nice to finally meet you in person. I've heard some good things about your shop.
Oh, well, thank you. Most people don't like me, so that's
For good
a
reason.
good thing to hear. Oh, I got a fan. That's great.
Yeah.
How are you? I'm Marco. Did I already say that?
Yes, you did.
Yeah. I'm Marco.
You mind if we peruse your wares? Maybe ask you some questions as we do?
Go ahead. I've got a sale going on for duplicating coins.
So
That is so unethical.
Is anything ethical?
That would
Well, maybe
actually
not for
be
you, you grave robber.
fun. Aren't you a necromancer?
Honestly, this is hilarious.
That's
You're
different.
Calling someone else
desecrating
a
bodies
good
for your own purposes?
For
anyway,
historical research, he takes things to sell and ruin.
Yeah, and you take.
I don't take them. I personally don't take them.
Let's go inside.
Marco, I just wanted to ask you, like, if maybe you'd have any like trade routes, like maps, or like track records of goods or services that have been happening.
Well, usually I keep a pretty good tie on that. What do you need it for?
Who wants to help me out with this all? Like any?
We are doing research for my school. These guys are helping me finish up my last year, and we just need to know a little
He
bit.
holds
of
up
the
his hand and cuts you off mid-sentence, and he looks at you, and it's almost like he's looking over glasses at you that he doesn't have.
Do I need to
But
make
he's-
a deception roll?
You can try with disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
He's been
Disadvantage.
for a while.
Okay. Well, you know what? It's fine because I've got a pretty high modifier for that.
That one.
That one.
No.
So that would be. That would be a 16.
16? Okay.
Mhm.
He kind of holds his hand up, looks at you, like looks you up and down, and he's just like, whatever you say, Miss Enola.
Don't call me that.
But I not. Everybody knows who you are.
No, that's new information to me. But
Yeah.
Very new.
She'll tell you when she's ready. Don't worry. So why did you
You get that information.
Wait. What was the name he called her?
Miss Enola?
You'd be surprised what he can get and what he knows, honestly.
So why did you need these ledgers? Really, why did you need these ledgers?
We're looking
Well, you know,
for people that are lost and are moved around discreetly. We'd like to know the best way to find them.
Ah, okay. I get what you're talking about. Well, see, I don't have anything that fits that direct description, but I do have information and a few offhand ledgers that may have track records of where some of my goods and services have gone.
could I insight?
Yeah, you can insight them if you want.
Well,
Well, so he is telling the truth, and it's pretty obvious that he's telling the truth.
okay.
Because although he does seem skeevy and kind of shady, his business practices are rock solid. Like, he keeps track of everything that goes in and out of the Golden Valleys.
All right, so he has some under the table records.
Yes. Because although it is illegal, he still knows about it. Because he has eyes and ears everywhere in this city.
Okay. Can we have what is your price to get these records and the information?
Well, it's a little hard to say. You wanted me to divulge confidential information to you guys. However, I am missing a shipment of just wonderful relics that were supposed to come in about a week ago. And they haven't arrived yet. I have suspicion to believe that they have been intercepted and have been pawned off somewhere in the slums. If you could get me those goods back and bring them to me, I would greatly appreciate it. And I may even throw in a few good old secrets for you guys.
If they have been pawned off to multiple different people, how do you expect us to find it all?
Oh, it's not multiple items. They may
It's
look
one
like
big
multiple items, but it's one big
Wait,
item.
I have an idea of what he's talking about.
Would you like to tell us what it is?
So Cory, you can make either a history or an arcana check.
Ooh, I got good in both.
He's in
27
response,
either way.
27 either way. So you know of a couple different things, but one thing that you do know is that if it's a relic and it's in separate parts, it is extremely powerful.
Separate parts, as in it was a one piece that was shattered, or
Probably for good reason.
Either shattered or it is made up of multiple different working parts.
like a puzzle.
So it really depends on what he is talking about, because he says that it looks like they're separate items, but altogether it's one item.
I'm not very.
You guys can't really expect me to be okay with helping you deal with this.
You
Okay.
can always sit it out.
I'm gonna kind of like get a little bit closer, and I'm like, are you sure there isn't anything else that we could possibly try to do to help?
How about I sweeten the pot a little bit? I really want these items because I paid a lot for them, and I don't have them yet. And I don't want to send out some people to hurt somebody else because I haven't gotten my items yet. So, how about I add a little bit more information into the mix? You know, something like some information on the goings-on in the ashes. He looks over at Laughter.
What's been going on there?
Well, there's been some fun stuff happening over there. There's been talks of a revolution. Talks of a lot of different things on both different sides. But I've been in contact with a very interesting person recently. I think you might like to hear from them. So, if you get me my goods, I'll give you my goods.
What
You
were
will
we-
give us
you looking
the,
for? Or is this one of these items where we know it when we see it?
You'll know it when you see it, I think.
and you will give us your books on the trade routes records of the goods and services of what we want.
Oh, absolutely. You've got a businessman's word.
I can say this, Lily. He does tell the truth. He's pretty solid when it comes to payments and deals.
I
I'm gonna
never ever want to have somebody. I don't ever want to be indebted to anybody. So I just pay when I can.
I'm gonna say fine and hold out my hand for a handshake.
He kind of looks at your hand and he's just like, I don't do handshakes. Too many germs, you know?
Whatever.
I trust.
May we still peruse the store? I'm curious what you have in there.
Go ahead. Like I said, we have a deal on duplicating coins.
That'd be really nice.
No.
Well, why not? Let's all go in the store.
Yeah, I'm gonna look around.
I want to look for monk weapons.
Monk weapons. So there are a lot of martial weapons that you can look around in here. A lot of them are pole arms and glaive type weapons. So like long bladed
Freaking
pole
huge
arms and
to me.
stuff. They are massive compared to you. Yeah. So like you couldn't even pick it up is how big it is.
No.
I'm gonna look for just magic items or books.
Okay. There's a good book section.
Okay.
Well, I'm specifically looking for, again, a smaller one that I could be able to wield. Should I roll for that?
Yep. So I'll have both of you guys roll a D100 for me.
A D100. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that would catch my eye for my character?
Let me see.
90.
90.
Yeah, that's a 26 for me.
So a 90. Oh, come on. So for that 90, you find a strange book. One that's bound in like deep violet leather. And it's simply just titled The History. It's really confusing. Like it looks weird. It's only about this big.
Okay.
So it's actually a fairly hefty book, but it just kind of draws you in and it feels weird. So you're drawn to that book. Corbett, what did you roll?
26.
26. Okay. You find a good-sized short sword. But when you look at it, the blade looks black. Looks black, but not like just solid black. It's like almost like a matte metallic black.
So it doesn't like look burned. It looks like this is an intentional design on it.
Yeah, it looks like that whatever the blade is made out of was black. And you know, when you pick it up, it's got an interesting, balance in your hands.
Mm-hmm.
It feels when you hold it in like your new hand, your new arm.
Yeah.
You can almost feel something radiating in between the arm and the sword.
But only when I'm holding it in the metal hand.
Yeah.
Okay. So then that's
Sword number 2.
Cursed sword number 2, yes.
So I put it back, and I walk over to Lily and I kind of
Boy.
tap her on the side. Hey,
Yes.
I don't have any money.
You just got paid.
You just got paid. You have over
Yeah,
500
like
gold.
That's right, I do.
500
I
gold.
forgot. I didn't add it. So
Roll a deception for me though, with a disadvantage.
I would have said it honestly. Actually, yes, he would have. He totally would have. But
I'm gonna look over to Gwen and I'm gonna like walk over to the book and be like, how hard do you dare me to do Jensen with this book?
that's a natural 20 plus 6.
With this, that's at disadvantage.
With disadvantage? Oh no.
Okay, I was about to say.
Oh, well, even with the disadvantage, that's still a 24.
Jeez, man.
You said 500 gold pieces, though?
Yeah, you have over 500 gold pieces, so have like, put it down as like 580.
Okay. Cool. Good to know. Okay, yeah, but yeah.
Don't worry about that deception check at all. It doesn't exist. It was just for fun.
Oh, I was just about to be like, oh, that's rough, buddy.
Because I honestly
tough,
wouldn't
man.
have asked if I knew I had money. I honestly didn't think I had any money.
But you go to the High Elf and ask her for money. Oh wait, that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. Thank you.
I mean, I have like a little over 1,000 gold pieces.
Exactly. Plus, you're the nicest person to me, so.
So, Cory, what were you saying to Gwen?
Gwen, do you dare me to see how hard I can hit Jensen with this book?
I didn't actually walk over to her and say that. I'm just looking at the sword right now.
No, laughter just likes causing chaos.
No. So, holding
She
this-
is chaotic.
Is there
You can
anything that
start
I
a fight with
find
that,
I would find
maybe.
interesting, or should I roll?
Go ahead and roll for me.
What'd
I
you
have
say,
a good
Molly?
idea.
You could start a fight with them. That would be amazing.
37.
37. Okay. So looking around, you find yourself in the armor section, the armor area, and you find a nice set of half plate, which is generally hard to come by. It looks decently in your size, around that area, like it would fit you well enough.
The thing that people almost never talk about when buying armor in this game is that if it's the right size or not.
Mm-hmm. Usually it's tailored to them when they go and buy it, but this is like a second-hand, it's like basically like a pawn shop, more or less.
That makes sense.
Welcome to my pawn shop.
Yeah, no, that's exactly kind of how I based it.
I can only do 25.
How much armor class would it be?
Well, half plate would be 15 plus your con mod.
It'd be the same as my classes now.
Armor.
Okay.
That's the man with metal hand.
So, like I said, it's half plate, but looking at it, it's an interesting variety of, not materials, but it's an interesting variety, like change of color for most armors that you've seen. Most of the time they are silver, are gold-ish looking, or copper. But this is like a light mint green. It's a light mint green. It has like a chain back skirt that kind of comes down halfway to like the back of your knees. So it protects you from the back also.
Okay.
And it just looks real sleek and, well attuned.
Nice.
All right.
Okay.
I'll pick it up and take it.
Okay. So Marco walks into his shop after you guys have looked around a little bit. He's just kind of like, "Did y'all find what you wanted?"
Yes. How much for this sword?
Ah, that's a good one. I like calling this one. What did I call it? Yeah, it's like a space sword.
I suggest that.
Space is in like the opening of a container in space? Or
No, I mean I'm talking about like the thing above us, like the space.
space?
Yeah, because apparently this blade is made from a meteorite.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's pretty neat.
So, how much?
This will be about 230 gold pieces.
230. I would know what that. Jensen would know what that means, but me, Corbin, I'm not processing what that's supposed to mean.
230 gold pieces.
30 gold pieces. Okay, sorry. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like thousands.
No.
2,300 or
No.
Or just like 2.3 gold pieces.
2 and a third of a gold piece, which would be 2 gold pieces and an electrum.
Quick one here. So, okay, so you just kind of, Jensen nods and like, I'll take it.
All right, man. Just
Hands over the gold.
set the gold down.
Very professionally, like a proper salesman would do. Proper.
How much for this? Hold up
Oh,
the...
yeah. So that's a good set of mithril armor there.
Ooh.
That's I got that actually. I remember one of my runners came back from this big old basically just like the remains of a massive battle. He stripped it off the what do they call it? The captain. He stripped it off the captain. And apparently this captain had killed has slayed a lot of dragons in his life, and this was built from some of the dragons he slayed. That's what I was told, at least.
Would I know about this person?
No.
No. Okay.
This is, as far as you know, this is just him blowing smoke up your butt. Like that's really outlandish. You've never heard of anything like that. Either way, it is a good set of mithril armor.
Cute story. Just how much is it?
Well, let me take a look at it and make sure it's not broken anywhere. He kind of flips it over, looks at it, like scratches at it, like he knows what he's doing. He like scratches at it and then does that, like it's supposed to be like you can scratch it and it will come off.
I know all those tricks.
He slides it back over and he's just like 900 gold pieces.
While this exchange is going on, I would like to walk over there and examine it to see if it's actually mithril.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Investigation. Oh no.
Oh no.
3.
Could I do an investigation on it too? Because I would know about armor.
Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah, I totally walk over there and look at it, and I do the same exact motion that he did. Like,
yeah, you're just kind of like flip it over a few times, scratch at it.
17.
Oh, this is totally legit.
17. Okay.
17.
So, as you're looking at it, it is absolutely mithril armor. But something you noticed when you were not, when you didn't look at it earlier, was there's in between the chain and the plate of the armor, you can see that there's something inscribed in the back of the breastplate there. And
Can I try to read it?
yeah. What languages do you know?
Common, Elvish, and Dwarvish.
You would not know this language.
Hey, do any of you guys know this language?
Can I take a look? I know Infernal and
I'll also
Common.
take a look.
So you know Infernal and Common, Cory.
Yeah.
Are those the only 2 languages you know?
Yeah.
Jeez, okay.
I'm a dumb wizard.
I also take a look.
Okay. What languages do you know?
Common, Elvish, Primordial, and Thieves' Cant.
Okay. Getting closer. Corbett?
I can understand any language I hear, but I can only read Common and
Common and what?
Halfling.
Halfling? Okay.
Oh, wait, I might have a spell. I
But I can understand any language spoken, though.
Can
I
I try
look at
to...
it and I say, it says that this is mithril.
You just like it's mithril armor.
Yeah, it's mithril armor. Literally says it right there.
Mm-hmm. So,
You have a
Okay, I have comprehend languages.
comprehend languages is only if it's being spoken.
No, it also works with written.
Oh, you gotta put your hand on it though.
You do have to put your hand on it.
Yeah, any written language that you see, but you must be touching the surface of which the words are written on. So I could just do a little touch.
Okay.
Do it.
All right.
When you do, you recognize it as deep speech.
Ooh.
What's
Language of the drow.
No, it's not language of the drow.
No, it's
The drow speak Undercommon.
Oh, that's right. It is undercommon.
Deep speech is the closest thing you could get to speaking the language of the Mind Flayers or Cthulhu or the Eldritch Abominations. Aberrations.
so? What's that say?
Yeah, Simon, what's it say?
So what it reads is it literally just says protection.
It says protection.
Or it's a loose translation to protection, but
Yeah.
What language is it?
Deep speech.
Okay. Can we go any lower than 900?
what were you thinking?
Instead of the extra information when we do this job, you get a half price.
No.
No, we want the information. 700.
It's a little too low for me. How about 850?
750.
Let's settle it at an 8.
Deal.
All right.
Jensen's over there going oh, because it's so long since he heard a proper barter happening, so he's just oh.
It's like your spine is
Yeah,
tingling.
he's shuddering almost. He's oh.
I hold up my book and go, who'd you steal this from?
Oh, that's been in my family for a while, actually.
Rude.
Does my iPad not have calculator? It does not.
All right, so what is it?
Well, it's if you can read, it says it's a history.
A history of what?
Did you not look through it? Did you?
I opened the
Imagine he laughed and just picked up the book and was immediately ridiculing him without actually looking at what it was.
Yeah.
Trust this man?
Well, of course you don't. You're not supposed to.
What's inside the book, Simon?
What's in the book?
So, when you're reading it, it is actually a comprehensive history of everything that has led up to the first era.
Ooh.
So, the things that happened before the first era. You guys are in the 4th.
That's old. That is old stuff.
Old. It's
Very
fucking
old stuff. This is around the time when the gods were still walking among humans.
Mhm.
Because by the first era, there is a cataclysmic event that happened that ushered them into the second era. And that's why the gods don't walk by humans anymore. They are safe in their own realm. But it's a lot of stuff that you didn't know.
How much for it?
Well, if I make it a lower price, will you be nicer to me?
How nice are
Consider
we
it.
talking?
Instead of selling it at $1,500, I was going to sell it to you at $400.
Again, how nice are you expecting me to be?
Just, I don't know. Just don't be mean to me. You've been mean to me for a while.
You kind of get used to it after a while. But
Yeah.
Rude.
Am I wrong?
I'll be nice if you bring it down to 350.
No, I was just being nice, putting it at 400.
Yes, but you've also completely destroyed communities, things that could have helped us
Cultures.
understand what happened without this book.
I mean, that's why the book was written. So you would remember it. Got you there. 400 is the lowest I'm going.
Fine.
Alrighty.
As like last act of defiance, I purposely put it in his hands.
He kind of looks at it, moves it over to the other side of the table, and then like wipes his hands on his robes, and he's just like, all right, well, y'all need to get out of my shop now.
All right.
Gotta
And then
clean everything now.
the armor was 15 armor class plus Constitution.
I'll tell you what the armor is in a little bit.
Ah, great. Because I probably have the feeling I put it on now and everything.
I mean, you just have it for now, so
Oh, I can't.
you haven't put it on yet. Not yet. If you want to, you can.
I would like to put it on now.
Okay.
I'm gonna die, y'all. I'm gonna die.
First the sword,
Probably.
then the armor.
As you start putting it on, it almost feels like it sort of like shrinks around you. Like it becomes tighter on you.
That's never coming off.
Like, it fits tighter, or
It fits a little too well.
Snugly, basically.
it fits a little too well.
Yes. So,
Slight panic from Lily.
yep. And what you have picked up is literally translated mithril armor of protection, and it is just armor that when you are reduced to 0 hit points, you can make a con save to only be brought down to 1 hit point.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Make a note of that.
Good stuff.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right,
Molly,
cool.
did you look for anything in the shop?
I don't know.
I mean, the last thing she picked up was a rock that would show her memories.
That's fair. You're probably not happy with magical items.
Well, she doesn't have to look for magical items.
That's fair. He doesn't. They're not necessarily all magical. They're just interesting.
Probably would have just looked up some knives.
Oh, they would have been all standard. Everything there would have been boring to what you've seen.
Yeah.
So,
I could have sworn I just heard, like, screaming.
That's the ghost that I'm pretending to be in your house.
it's the sword.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I haven't talked to my sword in a while.
Yeah. Lucert's been very quiet, actually.
Oh.
It's been very relaxed. But, you kind of talk to it a little bit, and it's just like you hear a new voice from it, and it says, it sounds meaner. It's like, I don't know what you're expecting from talking to a sword all the time.
All right, listen here.
You could be using me for good.
I am. I just haven't fought anything in the last little bit.
Well, maybe you should go find something.
Well, we are gonna go find something, so knock off your attitude, because I'm not having it.
Fine.
I just got an image in my head of Lily like doing the whole "now listen here, you little."
Yeah, no, that's literally
That's exactly
what it
what's
was.
happening. You're just holding your sword and you're like, listen here.
Listen here, you little. If I could have said that word, I would have, but I had to stop myself.
Don't be a meme.
No, yeah. That's basically what you're doing, and it was as you're leaving Marco's shop, and Marco saw all of that. So he's just like...
Thinking, I need to get that sword.
A little bit. He's just like, I don't know what that is. Maybe she's just crazy, but...
Yeah, we've been debating that for a while.
So, my sword has been quiet and relaxed and sassy.
Mm-hmm. The voice in the sword is then just like, well, next time you actually want to use me, maybe I'll show you something crazy. And then it just stops. It stops talking altogether.
Little.
Did you ever give the sword a name, Kenzi?
I know. I have like a list, but I don't know what I want to name it.
Dave.
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 Dave the sassy sword.
Dave Hungers.
Yeah, I feel like I have to go with that because I found some like kind of cool names, but they're more like kind of Scottish and.
Scottish. Okay.
Go with both. One that you call him when you're happy with the sword, and another one that you use to insult it when it makes you mad.
Dave is the insulting one.
Yeah, exactly. Dave's the insulting one.
Now listen here, Dave.
Because I have Samzoon, Vecca, Kelden, Milan, and
Gwen?
Gwenahale.
I like Gwenahale.
Gwenahale. So now it's between Gwenahale and Dave.
Well, Dave is the one you talk to it when it's being
mad.
mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave is the name that you use for everyone when they're being rude to you.
That's a
It's
good
like
character.
the Karen. It's like Karen.
I had to deal with two of those at work today. That was interesting.
Right.
So you guys start going towards the slums to start your little investigation thing. Everybody can roll either a perception or investigation check for me.
I think I'm terrible at both, but
Hey, perception is so much better.
24 for perception.
Okay.
Also 24 for perception.
16, 17, 18, 19.
perception of 8.
All right.
Perception of unnat 20.
Okay. So Corbett, you're too busy like figuring out what your sword is.
Question: did it come with a sheath or any way to attach it to a belt?
Yeah, it came with a sheath. It was basically like part of the sword.
Okay, I wanted to know. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, he's probably like continually like grabbing it and releasing it with his metal.
Yeah,
hand.
he's just like
The buzz through his arm every time, just whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh.
So those of you who actually noticed, you
This
see
is why I'm short, so I have that excuse.
you see something a little interesting.
I go over to it.
Of course, but you see in one of the drainage openings.
Down there.
No, but you see what looks to be a flick of a light, and also the edge of a ladder.
Let's go.
Goblin.
I go.
Where are we going?
Down.
Should have been paying attention.
I'm short. I can't see anything. What are we looking at?
It's your height.
Huh? Oh, that. Oh. Oh. Not another sword.
Oh no, what a nightmare.
It is.
All right.
Fell out of curly
Can-
hair. Oh.
I'll be one of the first ones to go down.
Okay. you climb down and you realize just how massive this place is. Like, it's almost like a giant, it's like a giant rotunda. Like just a massive, a larger shaped room that's just completely underground. And it has only like one path that leads to a faint light in the distance. But everything in this area is cobblestone, slightly wet, and very dark in this. Very dark, damp, and musky.
Dank.
Dank.
I'm gonna like kind of like whisper shout.
Sage
Is it a
whisper?
thing?
Sage whisper?
Yeah, I'm gonna sage whisper. And I'm like, guys, careful, it's a little slick.
Do we, like, with dark vision, can we see all right, or are we going to need light?
Dark vision's perfectly fine.
Okay, cool.
Okay, go ahead and slide on down. But I forgot I have a metal hand now, so it's...
Yeah.
Oh, I have to roll disadvantage on stealth now, don't I?
Why?
Well, I didn't know if half plate would add to that.
I think it's only full plate.
It's only full plate.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Shoot. Forgot my hand's metal. Can't do that anymore. Ah, dang.
Just gonna climb on down quietly.
Climb on down,
It is so roomy in here.
Mm-hmm. It's very big in that area. And it's almost unsettling just how massive it is in there. And
Is there any standing water down here? Because this is a sewer.
yeah, it's a couple puddles, but it's not much. It's damp, just because water does run through here, but it's mostly rainwater that runs through here.
There's not a current stream going through this, basically. So
No. It hasn't rained here in a while.
well, keep a lookout for rats. And which way are we going?
I'm gonna point to the direction of the faint light. I mean, I don't know, maybe over there.
Oh, there is light over there, isn't there?
What, are you too short to see that one too?
No, I just didn't see it before. See it
Man,
now.
y'all are mean.
I
to
know, they're too
him.
mean to me. So,
When am I ever mean?
Okay, so mine's more
Peter.
of a sarcastic.
That's true. But, you make fun of me for being too short to see things, but have no idea how frustrating it is when you're trying to walk through a crowd and you just see people's asses in your face continuously.
Yeah, that must really suck. But hey, at least you can check out people's butts without getting smacked in the face.
Y'all are weird.
Yeah, that took a weird turn.
No.
So
As
we're
you
gonna start.
guys
Lily, honestly.
are wandering around through here, you hear something move on the other end of the cavern.
And I try to check it out.
Go ahead and roll a perception for me.
Make sure the room isn't uncomfortably clean, because then I'd be concerned.
19.
19. Looking around, you can't see exactly what made the noise, but you just know that something moved very quickly from whatever spot the noise was made from.
Y'all, there's something that's freaky fast down here, and it's not a Jimmy John's.
What's the Jimmy John?
I knew somebody was going to say that.
Is that something that came out while I was away?
Anyway, there's something that's like really fast. I didn't see it move, but I know that there's something that moved, and I heard it.
Ooh.
Really stealthy and could sneak ahead and see what it is. I mean, I could if you guys want me to, but
Or how about someone who has some really good sneaky snakes? Gwen, you want to take point?
I could go, but
Do we
Gwen's
all want to go
already
into
just, like-
stealth?
Stealth.
Do we all want to go into stealth?
I guess
I'll
so.
stealth.
Y'all need to roll for that. Tell me what you get.
I got a natural 20.
Nat 20. Okay.
Natural.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20.
24.
24.
Unnatural 20.
Okay.
So mod 20.
29.
Mod, yeah,
Okay,
mod 20.
yeah.
Sorry.
So you all go into stealth, and as soon as you do, you hear that noise again from the other side of the cabin.
Mm-hmm.
Can I look and see if I see it now?
You can try.
I'm gonna try to.
Same.
And it was what? Perception?
Perception.
Yeah.
21.
21.
Perception.
Yeah, so you see...
Also 21.
Okay, you both see like a glimpse of just this blur of what looks to be like shimmering light almost from what light is coming through. It just looks like something is reflecting off of something.
Mm. Mm. What do you guys see?
It's like moving light. It's reflective.
I'm going to very cautiously, and mind you, I'm in stealth, try to walk towards where I saw the thing go.
Okay.
Soft clink, soft clink,
And
soft clink, soft clink.
yeah.
No, it's not that bad, but you start walking and you notice that from where you were standing to where you're starting to walk, it seems like from where you're standing it became drier, and where you start moving it's getting wetter.
I'm going to cast Dispel Magic
Okay.
just to see if that does anything.
You cast it and you don't feel any removal of any magic.
So whatever it is we're up against, they're not using magic.
My arm
Can I keep it and name it Dave
because of that.
DM?
Nope. So you keep kind of going in the same direction that you hear the noise from. Make a dex save for me real quick.
All of us, or just Kenzi?
Just Kenzi.
That would have been really annoying, Cory, if when you cast that, you like nullified the magic in
Wait.
like, hand for like a
Yeah.
So I just had, like, a
13.
13.
Oh no.
Okay.
I'm also still in stealth.
No. So, as you walk closer, you step in a puddle. But when you step on this puddle, your foot doesn't go into the water. It almost kind of like recoils off the water. And then when you look back up, just this massive wall of water shoots right through you, like poof, super
Through
fast.
me?
Through you, like it goes through you as in like it hits you and goes around you because it's water.
Oh.
But you take 13 damage and fly back 10 feet.
Okay.
And we're gonna stop there.
No.
Oh.
This is why you
Okay.
don't go towards noises.
Yeah.
All right. So now that we've stopped, you know what time it is? Recommendation time! Yay! Let me just get pulled up. So, let's start with Kenzi. I know that's a little more unorthodox since we normally kind of like go down what we have, but we have 2 for Kenzi.
Yeah.
So,
We do?
yes, because we didn't get to give our ratings from last week.
Oh, right.
Yes, we had.
Oh,
listed.
yeah. Yeah, okay. Now I remember. Okay.
So last week, Kenzi, you wanted us to listen to 2 songs, either from
Sauce.
Old Me from 5 Seconds of Summer and I Love Me by Demi Lovato, the 2 albums. So I did 5 Seconds of Summer because I love 5 Seconds of Summer.
Same. I like what they've become now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like some of their older stuff too, back when they were touring with like One Direction and stuff, but like I also really like this sound.
It's good. It made me feel a little bit better about, being stuck. So it was good.
Nice songs. Not my favorite. I wouldn't quite. Yeah, but they were cool songs. I'm not familiar with those bands, so I don't think I've listened to them before. So they were nice songs, though. Yeah.
So for my rating, I'm going to give them 5 out of 5. Those big drums Ashton like beats on during the Teeth music video.
So I actually know what those are called because I've played them.
What are they called?
Oh God, what are they called? Because they're part of a Japanese drum ensemble called taiko. So like daiko means drum.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember exactly what it was called. I think it was it was sumo daiko. So it's massive drums and you have to use these really big sticks to hit them with.
And he's just going ham on them, but you can tell he was so happy to use that.
Oh my gosh,
yes,
yeah.
5 of those.
I'm going to go ahead and give it a 4.5 out of 5 American Eagle underwears because that's still a classic.
It is. Molly?
I will give it a... I'm trying to think of because like I know what I want to rate it. I just don't know what to do for what it is. So I think I'll give it a 4 out of 5. See, I can't think of anything fun.
Good vibes.
Good vibes, yeah. Let's go with that.
I mean, that's why you recommended these in the first place. It's just because I want everyone to have good vibes.
And I guess I'll give it 4 out of 5 Seconds of Summer because that was the one I listened to. So.
Okay. I like how we all went for 5 Seconds of Summer.
Oh my God, yeah. They're amazing.
That was better than the other one in my eyes.
So Kenzi, for this week, you also have to watch season 4, episode 2 of the Dick Van Dyke Show.
It's the haunted house episode.
That was very entertaining. Reminded me of a lot of the older shows like Petticoat Coat Junction. I'm not sure if you remember that one. That was like about the house that was on the train yard. It was like an inn that was right there on the train tracks, and then like all those older type of shows that like they don't make stuff like that anymore. And it was very entertaining. And Dick Van Dyke is just a delight. So he was very entertaining in the show.
Something that I've noticed about all of the people in that show, or all of the men in that show at least, is they have very glamorous comb-overs.
They do.
Yeah.
And very rectangular heads. That's something else. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah.
That was a qualification to be on TV. During that time, you had to have a very rectangle head.
It was supposed to fit on the screen. Of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, the episode was very entertaining. Makes me want to see some more episodes of that just for a good time because it's just good old-timey humor, which is always a good thing.
Oh, my favorite one is when they accidentally dye their hands black.
Oh no.
It was cute. I don't know if it's something I'm going to actively continue watching, but I definitely thought it was really funny. So for me, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 complainings.
We love Sally. I'm knitting a sweater for my cat. Is he gonna wear it? I don't know. I have been told I'm like Sally. Sorry.
I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 spooky comb overs because everybody had a comb over in that show.
I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. Creepy firewood guys.
Yes.
That guy was very funny.
I will give it a 0 out of 5. I didn't watch it.
Oh.
I got a little stressed. I'm sorry.
It happens.
No, dude, I totally get it. I so get it.
I think the only one I managed to do was Cory's. So
Just watch it at some point because it's just like, even if you don't really like the show itself, that one episode is just very entertaining.
It's very good.
I keep the door locked because there's a monster behind it.
All right, so back to the top. I had you guys watch the pilot episode of Lucifer.
Good
I
stuff,
love Lucifer.
I don't have Netflix.
Ah.
It's good because it's not like supernatural or anything like that. It actually has a good story.
Yeah, it does.
So
Yeah. Well, and then also, like, it kind of shows him, like, in a little bit of a good light, too, because whenever you think of Lucifer the devil, you think he's, like, a completely awful human being, can't be good, but he does do some redeeming stuff.
mhm. Yeah.
All right.
I will give it a 5 out of 5. Friendly, but not friendly demons.
I'll give it a 5 out of 5. Little girls who aren't scared of the devil for some reason. Because that was interesting to me. Like, he was just sitting there at the school, and she's just like, "Are you the devil?" And he's just like, "Yeah." Like, okay, cool. We're there.
Gotta roll with it.
Wow.
It's funny.
I will give it a 5 out of 5. Lucifer just wants to do his own thing, man.
Yeah.
He does. All right, Corbett, you has watched visual effects artists react to Lord of the Rings.
Yes. I'm sure it wasn't for everybody, but it was something I had been watching recently, and I thought you guys might enjoy some watching, maybe learn something about, find it interesting. So, did anybody watch it?
I did.
Okay.
So I've actually, like, when I first got into college, what I really wanted to do was special effects and then costume and makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Or obviously, because makeup is part of special effects.
Yeah.
And so I actually, okay, don't kill me. The only Lord of the Rings I have seen is the first one.
Really?
And it's been a really long time since I've seen it. So it was actually really cool. I was entertained while watching it.
Mhm.
I liked it a lot.
Well, I know what we need to do when we get back. We need a Lord of the Rings watch party.
That would be amazing because
I've been trying to do that with my girlfriend for so long, and their movies are so long. It's like a 12.
You don't have.
I did it a weekend last.
You don't have to watch the extended editions. They are good, but I grew up on the theatrical releases and still love them. So you don't.
They are good. Yeah.
But no, even if like we do it in like bits, like we have like weekends where we watch movies, like just one day during the week to watch movies.
I think that'd be really cool. So
Yeah.
I'm glad you found it interesting. I mean, especially as someone like you said who does that thing, and I think you'd really enjoy the type of stuff they pointed out in that show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big Lord of the Rings fan, but so like that aside, as a media student, I thought it was really cool. I love watching stuff like that where it's like you don't necessarily have to be a fan of the thing, but you can be a fan of the thing that they're talking about.
Yeah, that's true.
That makes all sense.
I would recommend looking up their other stuff in that series then, because they break down all kinds of movies. They have one episode where it's dedicated to nothing but Russian movies. And
Really?
those, yes, they do.
I got a little excited for that.
They break down the Russian Avengers movie. I'm not sure if you've heard about it, but it's like there's like a Russian Avengers ripoff movie. Like one of the superheroes in it is a guy that turns into a half bear that uses a minigun, and it's as absurd as it sounds. But they break that down in an episode, and so yeah, they
I
do.
need to write that down for D&D.
Yeah.
Yes.
Literally, a guy like his superpower is he can either turn into a full-blown giant grizzly bear, or you can like turn into a half man, half bear that wields a minigun, and it's absolutely ridiculous.
A
love that.
druid with a subclass an artificer.
And that's the meme that you often see it of. Is when the druid picks up a level in artificer, and it shows a picture of the guy with the minigun. So
Wait, that's the meme?
that's the meme.
Yeah.
That meme with the guy that has a bear head and wielding a minigun. That's the character from that movie that they break down. That's from an Avengers ripoff movie. So it's
Goodness.
a Russian Avengers basically.
All right.
And so Steven, Simon, Steven. Oh my
Sorry,
God.
Steven.
Simon,
Stephen Chappell is apparently now a member of the
Yeah.
Nerdmageddon.
Oh.
I have always been a huge fan of like the behind the scenes or deleted scenes functions on like at home DVDs. Like growing up, that was my favorite thing.
Yeah.
So I really did enjoy this, and to kick off rating it, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. Andy Serkis is incredible.
He is.
Oh my gosh, he's so good.
Especially when they break down in that episode how he did basically the acting twice. He did it once, just motion capturing in person with them, and then he did the entire thing again in the.
It was
studio.
just his face.
Just his face, and
Oh, it's so good.
in that. So what a chance.
Good stuff.
I will give it a 5 out of 5. Gandalf's "You Shall Not Pass."
Nice.
I need to see more of the movie.
You're in for a treat.
4 out of 5 orcs.
Okay.
Orcs were really cool because they literally they had like 20 dudes, and they're just like, hey, look, copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste.
Simon, that's super cool. Is if you watch the behind the scenes stuff in the Battle of Helm's Deep in the second movie, they got a huge crowd for that one. And again, they have like all these people from New Zealand that they all dressed up. That's one reason why these movies are so awesome, because they built all the costumes and everything. And you know how in that scene when the orcs start their chanting before the battle starts, that was completely off the cuff. The actors were mocking the elf actors because they've been doing a whole lot more work than the elf actors. So they were actually mocking them in the New Zealand language. And they just happened to have the cameras rolling, and they thought it was perfect. And they said that if they kept their cameras rolling like 5 seconds longer, there would have been some vulgar language thrown in there too that they started throwing shade in. But yeah, that's just straight up the actors throwing trash at each other that got that chant in the movie.
Oh, I love that.
That is amazing.
And if you listen,
Another
it definitely sounds like that. So
quick fun fact about the Riders of Rohan: most of them were females with fake beards on.
that is true, because when they looked for people to ride the horses in New Zealand, most of them were women, and most of them could ride better than all the stunt actors that they brought with them. So they just all the women in fake beards, and yeah, then a lot of
That's why all the dudes are so pretty.
Yeah.
I get
Molly,
it.
what's your rating?
Oh God, I love Reddit.
you can watch
I
it.
didn't actually watch it. I
Oh,
just
right.
know that as a fun fact because I get a lot of memes from different
Lord of
sources.
the Rings memes are
That's
great. So
All right. Simon, you have watched the Midnight Gospel, and dude, what did I watch?
It's literally a visual podcast.
It is.
It's good
Oh.
stuff, though. It's really funny.
I feel so bad because this is the one I missed.
You're okay. You're not missing much. It's really good, but you're not missing much.
So I guess I'll give my rating then. 4 out of 5. Stuffing guns inside a dog.
what?
Well, I don't want to watch this now.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not like
like
putting
that.
a dog. It's like stuffing it in the dog's fur.
The dog. Okay, let me explain what the dog is. The dog has like a pocket dimension as its belly.
Okay.
So
I
it's
guess.
like
What?
it's an interesting concept. It's literally just a visual, like animated podcast. It's really cool when you actually get further into the episodes. They're really fun. It's basically just like a massive art piece.
And then finally, the one I've been waiting for, Molly had us listen to Identity Crisis by
Waster.
Waster.
I listened to it on my way to work today. I don't mind it. Like, okay, so at first I'm kind of like, when I first heard the first few notes, I'm kind of like, I don't know. And then all of a sudden I started jamming out to it, and I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
I really connect with it because it sounds like, every pop punk band from early 2000s. So
Yes. That's what
yeah,
it reminded me.
it was. I mean, like, I was cool with it because I love all of that music. So
It was.
yeah.
It was 1,000% up my alley. I actually messaged Molly about a couple hours before the show saying I hate her because I found my new band and it's her fault.
Yeah, so no, like Simon used the words because I didn't even think about that. It reminded me of like the early punk and like edgy music that little kids would listen to be like in that phase, and I never went through that. And I'm definitely adding you guys because this is a whole conversation we all had before.
Yeah, horse girl.
Exactly. I've never been through that phase.
Oh man, it's a good time. It's a good time.
No, and then I started getting into it. I'm like, I enjoy this a lot.
To kick off the ratings, I'm giving this 5 out of 5s. Listening to this, windows down, just driving and feeling like I'm in a music video.
Oh, geez.
Nice.
I enjoyed the music. It was really nice. I kind of wish I had listened to more of it, but it was very nice. So I give it 4 out of 5 ashtrays. I enjoyed that song. So
I'm giving it a 5 out of 5. Bad to the boot.
That's
Excuse me, I hiccuped there.
Yeah.
I hiccuped.
Mine is 5 out of 5 Crises, because Crisis is my favorite song. That one's so good.
I love that song.
It's really good stuff.
It was new band to obsess over.
Good.
All right, so for this week, it's a Netflix show from me. I'm having you guys watch Sweet Magnolias. So,
my girlfriend is gonna go wild.
Okay, so here's the thing. Sweet Magnolias is if you took Steel Magnolias and mixed it with Reba. Because the main actress is Cheyenne from Reba with red hair.
We love Reba.
And it's basically just a slice of life, heartfelt drama, like not like super dramatic, like show. It's really just kind of like a feel good, like bonding type show, and it takes place in a very southern town called Serenity, and it's great. And we love Helen. Helen is the best person on that show.
Wow. Okay.
I need to see where specifically mine is gonna be.
Okay. Well, I'll go then. I'm sure you guys have seen this, but I only just started watching it this week, and I'm greatly enjoying it. So I want you guys to watch some episodes of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yes!
Yeah, I've already.
Again, I'm sure you guys have already seen it, but I just started watching it this week, and I'm very much so enjoying it. So
I just started watching it too, because it's a TV show that my boyfriend is obsessed with. So like when we're not watching our show together, he's watching that one, and I'll come in and then watch it with him a little bit. So
I thought when I was getting told about it, people were kind of telling me I was getting the vibes of The Office and stuff like that, in which I was never able to get into The Office and Parks and Rec, but I'm greatly enjoying Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I don't like The Office.
Neither do I. Parks and Rec.
I like Parks and Rec. I mean,
style on both of them so much.
Yeah.
But Brooklyn Nine-Nine, it has a nice balance between the traditional filming style and kind of similar to how those other two shows are filmed. So I kind of like that.
We stand Captain Holt.
Captain Holt's the best.
He is
so my geek recommendation is a show that I only learned about because of my roommate. This show is called Winona Earp.
Oh,
it's on Netflix. So everybody knows about the cult from Supernatural.
No.
Well,
what now?
The cult, the gun that can kill anything.
I was thinking cult members kind of thing.
Oh yeah,
the cult, the gun.
Oh yeah. No, I watched Supernatural a lot.
So there's a gun. I don't remember what the name of it is, but it is passed down through the Earp family all the way from Wyatt Earp. the cowboy, the famous cowboy, an outlaw. And it is passed down to this woman named Winona, and she is like a direct descendant of Wyatt Earp. This gun is used to kill demons. And there are demons in this small podunk town of Purgatory. And there's like a bunch of crime going on, and she's kind of becoming like a loose cannon vigilante, but then there's also like a FBI CIA guy who's like, you got to play by the rules, that kind of thing. But it's really good. Doc Holliday's in it. It's really great. Y'all have to see it. It's on Netflix. I think you can also get it on Hulu. I didn't look. It might be on Hulu. Just check everywhere you can. But it's a really good show.
All right.
It has one of my favorite actors from a different TV show as a bad guy. It's weird seeing the photo sets.
Mm-hmm. It's a good show. Anyway.
Right. Who's next?
I can go.
All right.
So mine's kind of an oldie. I'm gonna have you guys watch X-Men Evolution. It's
like
on
the
Disney
cartoon?
Plus. Yes, the cartoon.
Nice.
Oh.
It's one of the. Yeah, it's everyone's in high school except for the professor, Storm, and Wolverine.
Okay.
Okay.
So you put
Everyone else is in high school.
I love that.
It's great.
Great show.
Missed opportunity to not have Magneto be a professor.
So, Corbett, I'll save you here a little bit. Mine's on Hulu.
Yay! So I got 2 I could do this week.
So I am going to recommend Scrubs.
I've heard
Yes!
Season, like the first season, first episode. Because that is a show. It's my boyfriend's favorite show, and he's getting me into it, and now I love it like so much, and I'm just getting myself hyped up for the one episode where the girl who comes in, all she hears is musicals.
That's a good one.
Yes, the musical episodes.
I know.
Oh, man.
So I'm just waiting for that one because I'm so excited.
My favorite episode has to be the one where what's his name? I forget his name. Scrubs, the main character.
JD.
Yeah, JD. He keeps seeing this guy with a guitar everywhere he goes, and he's singing Men at Work's what is it? I don't remember what it is. But it's really upsetting and kind of sad just because the guy he keeps seeing is actually like a patient that he was trying to save, who he ends up performing the autopsy on.
Yeah.
It's really sad, but it's such a good episode, and I love the acoustic version of the song that they play.
Well, and here's something that's really, really interesting. So apparently Scrubs is one of is the most medically accurate TV show.
Is it?
Yep.
Because they have like tons of doctors and like medical workers like helping out kind of on the show. Also, this is like not information I learned on my own. This is information I was given by like my significant other who absolutely adores the show more than anything. But yes.
All right. Well,
Great
this
show.
should be fun, informative. I'm looking forward to all these recommendations.
Yeah.
Thank you, Simon, for hosting D&D again. Thank you guys for playing. Thank you all for watching. And as always,
You
nerdy here
Here
first.